Hi everyone, welcome back to Now I See. I'm Sherry Bahoum. Today we'll be continuing with Anne-Marie, introducing her as a new person after baptism. Welcome back, Anne-Marie, and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
Okay, so after your baptism, can you please compare your life before and after this special occasion?
Sure. So, I guess it wasn't an immediate change, but definitely looking back at my life beforehand, I was definitely not living a fulfilling life. And one of the biggest things I have found since my baptism, and especially because although like a lot of the initial chance to join and be baptised in the Coptic Orthodox Church was through Wollongong, in the more recent years, as a family, we decided to attend a larger church. And what I have noticed since then and since baptism is how much service there is, and how much all stages and ages can be served and can serve. So that is something I've definitely noticed in myself. If you feel so served, overly served, how can you not want to serve and give back? You know, so that is a change in me that I've noticed. If I'm asked to do anything, I want to do it. I want to do it without being asked, because that's the feeling that I have been given.
So you serve now?
I try. I do try.
I know that you're in the Scout. You
Yes,
do Scouts?
so our family are part of Scouts. The initial service I started with was the feast day group, and I think the first sort of feast that I was a part of was Nehru's. So whether it was popping popcorn or, you know, any station, I'm happy to just give back, and I know it goes full circle, and someone is serving my children or myself, so I'm happy to do a small part. And you know, what I experience is that it doesn't feel like a service. You don't feel like you're doing anything. It's easy, and you are, you know, meeting new people, and it's nice.
So what are some blessings did you get from serving, like in your life, apart from, you know, your children and you being served by others? Actual blessings?
Actual blessings. So my children, for instance, they attend the Coptic school now, and this was no easy decision, but my husband and I, we prayed and we thought about it for a long time, but then the final decision was not up to us really. It was if there was enough space for them, and initially there wasn't. So for this year we didn't think that they would be accepted, but so for one example of how we're blessed, somehow God made it happen. So we were
It's very hard to get in there. It's very hard.
We were definitely told that there wouldn't be a place for one of our 3 school-age children, and you know, through God's grace, now they did create a new class. They hired a new teacher, and they found space, and you know, then all 3 got to start at the Coptic school. So this is one example where you might feel like a door is closing, or you are you are trying to control your life, or you believe that you're in control of your life, actually, if he has other ideas for you or other plans for your life, then God will bless your life.
What would you say to people who are losing hope in God, like if they're requiring something and it's not working, or the door is still closed for them? What do you say to them?
Look, I definitely have had those times. I've had those times even since baptism where I feel I can have moments of hopelessness like everyone. So what the difference is that you aren't alone. You will have there is always someone that will talk to you, and whether it's your confession father or any of the fathers, and then even any of the other members of the church, they will, even when you do feel that sense of hopelessness, what I have found is that you might speak to someone and not mean to be speaking to them about how you're feeling, but it's as if they know, as if they already know that you're not feeling like how you should. So that has happened to me numerous times where I might be speaking about one topic, but that person already knows that, no, I need more, like I need them to speak to me, or they might quote a psalm, or they just say something that I needed to hear without me telling them, oh, this is how I'm feeling. That's
God speaks to you
through them. So what I would say is, no matter how hopeless you are feeling, there definitely is always hope, and there's always someone to speak with as well, so you're not alone.
So is there anything that you want to add, to talk about?
What I did want to speak about for my experience, especially since attending St. Mark's Church, which is a much bigger church than Wollongong, therefore with more people, there are more services. But for me, we didn't start coming to St. Mark's on a Sunday, actually, because I didn't know, I didn't really know much about St. Mark's Church, but I knew that it was very busy on a Sunday, and we first attended a Saturday service. So my husband had asked me for his birthday, actually, if he could attend an Arabic Mass. So I followed him, and actually when we got to the car park, I lost him because he knew where he was going, and he turned a corner and we were lost. And so the girls and I were following and looking at each other, where did Dad go? And like a miracle, the door to what I now know is the Children's Church opened, and one servant of Christ, he said to us, oh, you must be here for the multicultural Mass, given that I don't look Egyptian. So I said to him, am I? And he said, yes, it's an express service, it's in English, and that's what you must be here for. So by then my husband had tracked back and found us, and he said, I said, oh, this man's saying we're here for multicultural Mass. It's 1 hour. They have a brunch afterwards. They had, colouring in for the kids and other things, to keep the kids entertained.
So you attended the multicultural
So we did. My husband attended the Arabic Mass because that's what he wanted to do for his birthday. And that's what I want to say, like another blessing, or for me, like a miracle, because when we found this service and attended this Mass with these people, it's very easy to, not easy, but it's more easy to serve on a Sunday. You know that's the Lord's Day, you know you're going to be attending the Mass, and if there is a service after Mass, whether it's a Sunday school servant or anything, you know, you're here. But to serve on a Saturday,
uncommon.
Yeah, and those particular people, that's who I then accredit my full, Coptic experience to, because these people are giving up their Saturdays. They're also attending Sundays, serving on Sundays. They definitely drew my family in because this service catered for my family, and over time of attending Saturdays, I worked up the courage to attend on a Sunday and take on all the people, and I haven't looked back. So that's just the one thing I wanted to add. Like, if that door didn't open, or I wasn't standing there lost, you know, this is another way and another example of just how God's plan for you, how it works. So, yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this brings us to the end of the show. Thank you so much for sharing with us your incredible story, and thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Please tune in for our next episode to know about those lives who are very special to Christ and how He brings them to His embrace. Until then, I'm Sherry Bahum. God bless.